Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Theme parks are intended to bring joy, but those left unattended to and forced to survive on their own, as the years pass on, often become twisted versions of the glee-filled establishments they once were. If you're ready for a roller coaster ride into neglected worlds of horror, join us as we explore these top 10 abandoned theme parks. Before we can launch this ride, we need to go over a few safety precautions and ride regulations. All watchers of this archive should be subscribed to the channel. For maximum safety, be sure to also click the bell. Don't hesitate to scream out in excitement, but be sure to do it in the comments.
Number 10. Takakonuma, Greenland, Fukushima, Japan. About 155 miles north of the busy Japanese city of Tokyo lies a place once filled with laughter and joy. The history of Takakonuma, Greenland starts in 1973 when the park opened for a very brief 2-year run. Why it closed remains in question, though stories of accidental deaths sprout up here and there. In 1986, the park was reopened for 13 years before closing one last time and being abandoned by its owners. The rusted rides that were left behind are frozen in time, while the world around them progresses and threatens to reclaim the land Takakonuma, Greenland sits on. Number 9. Atlantis Marine Park, Two Rocks, Australia. Like a deity watching over his people, the Neptune statue of Two Rocks' Atlantis Marine Park is the most striking remnant of the 1980s theme park. Located north of Perth on the western coast of Australia, what remains of the Atlantis Marine Park has fallen victim to creative minds who have used the admired stone statues as their own personal canvases. After the park closed, the star attractions were given to Marine Park vet Dr. Nick Gales, who used the dolphins as the focus of a case study that revolved around returning captive dolphins to the ocean. When the study flopped, the dolphins were donated to the local aquarium. Number 8. Camelot Theme Park, Charnock, Richard, England. Much like the historic legend that this medieval theme park is designed for, Camelot Theme Park has been completely lost to time. During the 2012 season, Camelot revealed it wouldn't be reopening for 2013, and ever since, it's been a ghost town of dismantled rides, empty buildings, and terrifying scattered mannequins. Opened in 1983, Camelot saw a steady drop in attendance and quality after the turn of the millennium. And while it's a shell of the enjoyable escape it used to be, the abandoned acreage has proven an effective playground for arsonists. Number 7. Yongma Land, Seoul, South Korea. It's rare for an abandoned, deteriorating site to invite guests to walk its dilapidated grounds, but the former Yongma Land in Seoul, South Korea encourages guests to visit its rusted rides and overgrown grounds. Relics from its prime are thrown about in a depressing scene. What at one time brought joy to children and offered an escape for adults is now a roadside curiosity that gives a haunting look into the reality of failed amusement parks. Opened in the 1980s, Yongma enjoyed years of success before being forced to close its doors in 2011 as it slowly became irrelevant. Number 6. Cidade Albanna, Itagua, Brazil. Not all abandoned theme parks have a lengthy history of providing fun and entertainment to the public. Before Cidade Albanna could even get off the ground, it was met with issues that kept pushing its opening back. Just as things started to look up for this Santa Claus-themed park, its owner, Antonio Albano Hayes, was killed in a car accident right outside the park's entrance. Enough of the park remains behind to relay what its intended theme was, but rather than pay tribute to Saint Nick, its sole purpose is to rust and deteriorate until nature takes the land back completely. Number 5. Discovery Island, Orlando, Florida. For 25 years, Discovery Island put guests face to face with an incredible array of wildlife, but after its closure in 1999, it's fallen into disarray and has become a haunting location right on the property of Disney World. Disney tried to revive the island by incorporating the video game Myst into it, creating the interactive Myst Island, but the idea was scrapped during the concept stage. The island sits uninhabited and unused in Bay Lake as the humid air of Florida and the rapidly growing foliage threatens to completely dismantle any memory of Discovery Island. Number 4. Velling Koller Fairytale Gardens, Bryrup, Denmark. Clearly having taken inspiration from Disney, Holger Roda brought his own vision of a whimsical park to life in 1962 with this land of make-believe. Despite a strong few years after opening, Fairytale Gardens started to crumble in on itself, and in the 80s, its creator sold it off and retired. The remaining castles are all that remains of the popular fantasy land, and though it's a great setting to explore, poor craftsmanship has made for many injuries to curious parties. Number 3. Williams Grove Amusement Park, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. The owners of Williams Grove Amusement Park took a golden opportunity to turn their abandoned amusement park into a haunted walk on October 31st, 2016. The one-night event showcased the horrific condition that the park was in, using its eerie ambiance to set the mood for Halloween night. The park ran successfully for 155 years, starting in 1850, before being closed in 2005 so the managing family, the Hughes, could focus on the Williams Grove Speedway. 3 years later, many of the rides were auctioned off, but there's still plenty left of the old park tucked away beneath Mother Nature. Number 2. Lake Dolores Waterpark, Newberry Springs, California. Lake Dolores, Rockahula, Discovery, whatever you knew it as, the water park that once brought entertainment and fun to so many, is nothing but a ruin tucked away in the Mojave Desert. We don't get many opportunities to visit the places we feature, but the Top 10 team had a chance to stop at the heavily vandalized remains of this 55-year-old concrete playground. Getting into the park wasn't much of a hardship, but walking through the deserted water park was unnerving. Besides a few trailers scattered in the area around the park, signs of life simply didn't exist, as if an apocalyptic event forced complete abandonment. Number 1. Boblo Island Amusement Park. From 1898 to 1993, the island of Beaublanc in Ontario was home to Boblo Island Amusement Park, a slice of entertainment that the people of Detroit, Michigan considered their version of Coney Island in New York. The former play place of amusement rides, log flumes, and good cheer was the place to be. But time has taken care of that. Now it's a horror show of nostalgia, complete with decrepit ferries that once carried visitors in droves and buildings unfit for any sort of life. Though the park was intended to remain open for at least 2 additional summers, co-owner Michael Mudenbaugh suffered severe injuries in a car crash that nixed any plans to continue operation. We hope you enjoy that terrifying ride through the shadows of former theme parks. Let us know how you liked it by subscribing, commenting, and giving it a like. If you need more excitement, be sure to check out these 2 archives.